Hey everybody, I am here and I forgot to open these packs last night, so I'm going to do that and then I'll start a new draft. And then after that, we will play a game or two maybe, we'll see. Let's open these packs though and see what's inside. Alright, number one for all of these, I think the responsible pick might be the Basri's Acolyte, maybe the Tide Skimmer, but I think I would take Karavek the Spiteful because it's just such a powerful effect that, I mean, it's got to be alright, right? Next pack, we have Hunter's Edge is really good, Leafkin Avenger is really good, Llanowar Visionary is really good. I think Basri's Lieutenant is the easy first pick though, because it's basically a 2-for-1, and in the right deck it becomes way more than a 2-for-1. Alright, now we got all of these cards here. This is a much weaker pack. I don't like Conspicuous Snoop, even though it's a rare. I think the choice here is probably going to be the Burlfist Oak if you want to be more aggressive in green, or Finishing Blow as, you know, just a no questions asked removal spell. I think those are probably the two best cards in this pack. And then we have one last pack. These are our picks here. We don't have a proper rare to choose from because we got the wild card, which I'm not going to complain too much about. But I think the picks are probably between Tempered Veteran, which is really good in the +1/+1 counters deck, the Falconer Adept, which is also actually quite good in an aggressive deck, and the Roman Ghostlight, which will bounce a creature and still leave you with a 3/2 flyer. I think all those are pretty good. I think my personal inclination is to go for the Tempered Veteran. You know, I really like that +1/+1 counter deck, but I wouldn't fault you for choosing either of these other ones. All right. Let's start a new draft. Zendikar is coming soon, so this I think might be one of my last sets of drafts in this format, but we'll go ahead and pay our money and get on in. I guess by money I mean gold. It's gold and gems. Fortunately, I haven't had to pay for this game since I started. So that's a plus. I'm able to just keep rolling along. I wonder if people are spending their time on something else. I kind of wonder if I should have done that other draft that was available, but I just like regular draft a little too much. I want to get as much of this format as possible. The cube. I mean, there was a cube. There was that other Tinkerer's Cube or something like that. Maybe I should have done that, but I think I like drafting too much the regular sets. I also like cube quite a bit. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I think I just have a thing for playing the current format. I might try that cube though. We'll see. Looks like we're having a problem getting that 8th seat filled. If this takes too long, I'm going to give up on this draft and then move on to something else. Maybe do that cube. No, here we go. Let's do it. All right. Let's see. Pick number one. Obsessive Stitcher is pretty good in the reanimation deck. I don't think it's an amazing deck, but it is pretty good. Ghostly Pilfer, I think, is a pick just because it's a little bit stronger by itself. And this is not a very good pack. I think Gale Sweeper is a decent aggressive card. The Archer can be okay. I also am tempted by this Obsessive Stitcher, but I don't know if it's good enough by itself, where this is good enough by itself. It's a bit on the slow side. That's the one downside of the Ghostly Pilferer, which might end up making me choose the Obsessive Stitcher instead. But yeah, this is actually kind of hard on me. I think this is good enough. I think it's good enough. We'll take it. All right, pack number 2. Well, this says maybe I should have taken the other ones. There's some good black cards. Oh, Seasoned Hollowblade. That card is so busted. It's so strong. It's a 3/1. It gets indestructible by just discarding a card, and it's really good in an aggressive deck. We take it easy. And then, oh, we got a Siege Striker. That's another really good aggressive card. And, you know, there's an argument for maybe Daybreak Charger. Not against a Siege Striker, but, you know, this is a decent aggressive card if we're playing this aggressive deck, which we might be. But yeah, I think we take the Siege Striker. Look at the art on this thing. This is so freaking creepy. All right, Siege Striker it is. And then this pack isn't quite as good. We can take Frost Breath as a way to hold down my opponent's team. Another option is Secure the Scene as removal, Staunch Sealed Mate to just start getting the beats in early. But I don't really like the power and toughness on Staunch Sealed Mate. Although it's a really good deal for 1 mana, isn't quite what we were looking for in an aggressive deck, so I don't like that as much. I'd almost take the Onaki Ogre over that. But I think we just stay white, take Secure the Scene. I mean, Tavern Swindler is pretty good in the life gain deck. Deathbloom Thal is pretty good in black. But yeah, I think we just take Secure the Scene and stay in white. Because I like where we are at with white. Alright, with this pack, we could just take the Anointed Chorister. Maleficent Scythe might be okay. The Magma and the Sure Strike might be okay, but I think Anointed Chorister is even enough. Like, I think Leafkin Avenger is probably the strongest card in this pack, but we're not in either of those colors, and I don't think it's good enough to go off of our white plan right here with Seasoned Hollowblade and Siege Striker, so we're going to take the Chorister in this particular case. And I don't know if I'll keep playing the Pilferer. I think our white is a bit stronger. Alright, okay, now we have a choice. So, we can take the Visionary, which I think is a pretty good card. Finishing Blow is decent removal, but this is a much more aggressive sort of hand here, and I kind of want to choose more aggressive cards, and Visionary is not really aggressive, but it could lead to some aggression. It also replaces itself, and I think I like that the most here. I kind of want to stay open to what my second color will be, so I'll take the Visionary for now. And it's kind of interesting that I got past this late. Alright, I don't like the Sanctum of Tranquil Light. I like the Daybreak Charger because it, I think this is my first pack, because it works really well with the aggression plan. And yeah, the Sanctum might be alright if I had a bunch of shrines, but this is not the color that I think wants to do it. So yeah, we'll take the Daybreak Charger. Stay aggressive for now. Alright, now we're on all of this stuff. Nothing here really says aggression. We could take the Crypt Lurker if we want to go into black, but we pass so many good black cards. I think we take a Setessan Training. It's a pretty aggressive card. Yeah, I think the other choice here is the Crypt Lurker, but I don't think that's what we're going to be taking. We already have a decent green card. There's not a strong reason to move into black, so we'll take the Crypt Lurker. We pass a lot of good black cards, so somebody is having a party here in black. And again, I don't know for certain what our second color is. I'm pretty certain that white is our stronger color here, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, still 7 more picks. Titanic Growth maybe. Maybe take the Staunch Sealed Mate and just stay really low to the ground. Or we take the Windscarred Crag and keep open for a red splash. Those are the ways to go. So, Titanic Growth to go with the green. Windscarred Crag to open up red, or Staunch Sealed Mate, which it's okay, but I don't have any counters right now. I think I'd rather take what's more certain, which is the Growth. Alright, I don't really like any of these. We're not in the big creatures, we're not in that. I think we take the Rugged Highlands in case we want to splash red. Here, I actually like the battlements because it makes my creatures hit harder, so we'll take that. And yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure. We'll take the Knockjagger, it's an aggressive card. I'm not sure we're gonna play it. We'll take the Cage Zombie, I'm not sure we're gonna play that. We'll take the Shield Mate, sure, it's white. We're not gonna play this. Okay, we're not really set on our second card. Yeah. Angelic Ascension, I think, is strong enough. It either removes something that's really good for my opponent into something that's still quite good, or we can turn one of our little creatures, like the Staunch Shield Mate, or something that's targeted with removal, into a 4/4. I think that's quite good, and I think we take that. We're also definitely in white, so it's easy just to stay in white. Now, Alpine Houndmaster is good if we want to go into red. Wildwood Scourge is decent. If we get more counters, I think it gets much better. It's also in green, which is a color we're definitely in. Well, not definitely, but we're more likely to be in green than in red right now, because the Knockjagger by itself is not going to get me there. And the Houndmaster, I don't know if it's going to get me there either. This is like the real turning point here. It's one of these two that really gets picked. I'm not going to play the zombie. And I'm not sure which... I think we hedge into the Houndmaster. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Shipwreck Dowser is good in the spells deck. That's not what we are in, so I would think we're going to not play that. But it doesn't look like anything here is particularly good for what we're trying to do either. So yeah, I'm still not quite set in any of these. Maybe we take the Ghost Light because we have the Pilferer, and I'm not 100% certain that I'm going to be playing any of those other cards. I mean, Burn Bright might be good if we're going to do the super aggressive thing, but let's take the Ghost Light for now. We'll stay open. Containment Priest is okay. Furious Rise is okay. Another Llanowar Visionary makes me want to play more green, but you don't have a payoff for all that ramp. Furious Rise would be okay if we had a lot more 4-power creatures, but we don't really. I guess we can just push into it, but then we'd have to abandon white. I don't think we abandoned white, and so I think we could take turn to Slag, but I think I like the other Visionary. Okay, now this is just not good. There's a lot of good black here, but we're not in black. A lot of good... No, blue's not okay. I think we just take the Devils. I think we're not playing red. I don't think we're playing blue either. I think we're just staying in white. I think we're being aggressive. Maybe play some green stuff. But yeah, this is definitely a much more subpar deck here. We're not playing blue. We'll just take the Shield Mate. Yeah, I think we're out of blue. We're not getting anything back that we really want. I guess we can take the Snout. That's a pretty decent card. We're going to drop the red. I think we are definitely in the white-green, just pure aggro deck. So we're trying to stay as low to the ground and hit as hard as possible. So we want a lot of cheap creatures like the Charger. And Short Sword would be decent, but yeah, we're just being very low to the ground, very aggressive, very low mana cost so that we can attack and as hard as possible. In this case, I might actually take the Dub, just because it really can punch through, and if we're aggressive enough, maybe that'll be enough. Or we take the Jungle Hollow and with Hope, so splashing black maybe. I think if we're gonna be super aggressive though, it's better just to stay within that lane. All right, we'll take this for the board. We're not gonna play it. We'll take another Staunch Shield Mate. It's a good thing to wear Dub, I guess. And then for this, we don't really want any of these. We'll take the Infernal Scarling, because at least it kind of fits in with the theme. We're not going to play either of these, so we'll take the Witch's Cauldron, put it in the board. Oh, yeah, we're not playing the Sniper. Yeah, I don't really like where this deck is at, but this is kind of what we're doing. Being super aggressive, so we'll see. Oh, this card's so good. but we're not playing that. We're not playing this. We're not playing that. Green is not very strong here. There's another Secure the Scene on white as removal. Scorching Dragonfire is also good. Somebody is being rewarded in red here. Meanwhile, we're playing, what? Concordia Pegasus? I guess we'll take the Blossoming Sands. And Basri's Lieutenant. Really good card. I'd want the Pteranodon, but it's too good to ignore the Lieutenant. And then, what else is super aggressive here? Malkin, aggressive, puts a counter on my stuff. I like it. We'll take it. And then Feet or Swift Response or Gale Sweeper. This is a bit of a harder one. I think I take the Feet. Gale Sweeper is pretty good in trying to get my creatures through the air and into my opponents at the end. Colossal Dreadmaw is also an option here, but I think I take Feet. Alright. Now we want the Pteranodon. We have a couple ways to put counters on. I'd like to get more if I can. And maybe if I can find like a short sword or something, I would take that. Oh, another Angelic Ascension. Yeah, I'll take that over the Dreadmaw this time. So I think we're securing this deck, like a super aggressive, low to the ground, like puncher, but I'm not 100% certain that this is right. We take Hunter's Edge. It is removal. I like this and this as well, but we're going to have to pass it. I think we're trying to stay low to the ground here. So we'll take another Visionary. It's just another body that draws a card. It's pretty strong in that sense. I find myself on white and green a lot. This is going to be a low land count deck. I don't even know if I'm going to play the Secure the Scenes. Alright, well, we got the Concordia Pegasus back. I'm pretty sure that's the correct pick. We're not going to play this guy because we're rarely going to be at 4 mana or above. We'll take another Pteranodon, yeah. I'm not sure if we're going to get to 4 power or greater, but maybe that'll be what we need. I mean, if we can't get enough counters, we'll take the Dreadmaw. I'm not sure if we're going to play it. I guess it could be one top-end threat, because we have all those Visionaries. Yeah, we're not playing either of these. We'll take the Rookie Mistake for the board. Oh, we got the Short Sword. That's our way of getting our creatures big enough. Alright, here we go. Let's build this deck here. So, we kind of got there on the super aggressive plan. I think Dreadmaw is very desirable because of all of these ramp cards in the Visionaries, but I actually think we cut it. I think we're trying to stay very low to the ground here. So, we're going to cut that, and then we're probably going to cut maybe even 2 lands. And I don't know if we even keep the Secure the Scene right now. Hunter's Edge does counter. This does counter. This has a counter. This has a counter. Alright. So. We need to cut like 3 or 4 cards here. I feel like Warded Battlements is out. It's kind of an enchantment that makes my creatures hit harder, though. But it doesn't really work with the Pteranodon. Yeah, I think we cut that. It's not aggressive enough. I think it's better in a Flyers deck. And then this, I think we need this to deal with like the really strong creatures my opponents might have. So what else do we cut here? I think the Shield Mates, maybe a couple of those. They're not that strong. Then we cut Dub. How are we doing on total creature count? 17 to just a few spells. Yeah. I think I want to keep my creature count high. I like the short sword. I think it makes my creatures better threats. It also helps the Drowsing Pteranodons attack on its own. And it might be better than Citizen Training in that regard. This draws this card, but yeah, I guess we get rid of that. I think this might be the deck. We're going to cut a card. We're definitely more heavy white, so we'll cut one forest, I guess, and then play this 16 land deck with 24 cards. Seems alright. I'm just wondering, do I drop one of the 2-drops for one of the shield mates? Or do I just stay here? Or do I even cut Secure the Scene and then another land and then put in a couple more lower mana curve threats and just try to be extra aggressive? It's a tough question. I could cut this. That would make me more comfortable cutting another land. I think we're going to try it like this and see how it does. All right. Let's go aggression. Alright. It's not ideal because the tap land, but I think we keep this. We can get a 2-drop, then a 3-drop, and so forth. Ooh. It's a shiny. So I think we start with the Pegasus. Okay. Pteranodon? Yeah, we'll start with the Pteranodon. We can charge her onto that thing. Start punching. Alright. Or the problem is we can only cast one spell a turn. I think we're gonna play this Striker. If we draw another land, another plains, we can double spell and then really charge up the Striker. My opponent might want to remove it, I think, right now while they can, though. We'll see. Okay, that's a good card. Let's see, whenever they sacrifice a permanent, that gets bigger. We can only cast one spell this turn again. So I think what we do is we'll play this. We'll get that Pteranodon the boost. We'll attack with it. We'll see if they trade with the Havoc Jester. I don't think they do. Oh, they do. Interesting. Okay. This mana. Okay, so they had a 4/4, huh? Okay. This problem of not being able to. All right. We're going to attack with the Daybreak Charger. Yeah, just the Daybreak Charger. If they block with a Gnarled Sage, then we are going to use Feet. They're going to let it through. Okay. Very good. I think we just play our Flyer. Oh no, that thing does eat flyers, huh? Let's see. We're gonna end. Feet can let the Siege Striker take down the Gnarled Sage, so we'll just hold for now. And it lets us protect our creatures. Or we could also Angelic Ascension if they're going to kill something too. So we have lots of options here. Interesting. We'll go to blockers. We're going to block here. And then we'll feed a resistance to protect my creature. Protection from green. And I guess my opponent's flooding. So they have a 6/6 now. Alright. Interesting. If I play another creature, this could be a 4/4 double striker. So I think I need a hold, right? I just need to play a creature and hold. Yeah, I guess I trump an Angelic Exaltation. So we're gonna hold. If they have removal, then I can Angelic Exaltation too. That's not good for me, but that's okay. We're in one of those places right now. They're gonna attack. We'll block. So now I'm gonna chump. And then we are going to Angelic Exaltation this thing. Yep. Which will make it into a 4/4. We take no damage this turn, and I can punch through the air now. That's not as concerning. Alright. So, we can secure the stage getting rid of this, making these all much smaller threats here. I think we attack with you. Yep. And then we're going to secure the scene, getting rid of their 6/6. Which means that the Dilophosaur won't get bigger. And then I can just keep punching through the air. The Siege Striker will hold down the ground. Or they can play a 6/6. That's also a thing. Okay, well, I'm going to trade here. Or not trade, they're just going to lose a guy. Okay. And then, I still mana screwed here. Alright. So I can punch through the air. This thing has trample. I have a problem in that it's really hard for me to break anything right now. I can fly through the air. This is going to hit me for 6 no matter what. Problem is that this thing is definitely a problem, right? I'm in a bad race situation here because I'm pinched on mana, so I keep only being able to play one creature. If I play one more creature, then I should be able to tap this and make this a 3/3 double striker. But that's not good enough, right? So I'm gonna play a creature to hold the ground, right? Okay, I'm gonna hold this to trade with that. I'm gonna attack with this. Yeah. And we'll live with the trade with the Siege Striker, as bad as it is. Canopy Stalker's also not good for me. But okay. They're gonna attack with everything. Yep. We are gonna make this trade because we're trying to minimize damage here. And then we don't have a lot of good choices here, so we're going to go back to our turn. Visionary's not what we wanted. We will cast you, though, because maybe you'll draw something that we want. It's also not what we wanted. Okay, now we're really stuck. Alright, so my opponent can get through with this 6 for sure. This is gonna stop me. It must be blocked if able. I think I've lost this game. I don't think there's any way out of this. Getting stuck with just 1 white mana, I think, has effectively beaten me here. Despite all of what I could potentially do. Yeah. If I cast Angelic Concession, the Canopy Stalker will still force a double block, and I'll get hit for 8 here, which is more than I can take. So yeah, I think I've lost. We'll just play this. We'll GG them and quit. Yeah. Yeah, we lost. Alright. Well, that was a bad first game. Mana Screw will always get you. Will always get you. Alright, let's try game number 2. VLR Gospel. It's not all creatures, just 1 creature can block it. Oh, good call. I should have read the text better. Thank you for letting me know about that. That was definitely poor reading on my part. I should have just let it go. Alright. Here we go again. No white mana. I could cast a Drowsing Pteranodon, and I do have a lot more white mana, but with only 1 creature and 2 spells in what's supposed to be an aggressive deck, I don't think we can keep this. I'd rather keep this, even though it has a green card. We can't cast that, so we'll just drop that to the bottom. Let's try to stay aggressive with this here. Thanks for letting me know, VLR, though. I should have read that much more carefully. Alright, we're going to start with the Pegasus, because the Pegasus can get through with damage. Yeah, that's... I guess they're doing some sort of reanimation thing going on here. I'll take the block, I'll throw it in there. That might get a 5/5, but I haven't secured the scene. Oh, I don't have a secure the scene anymore. That's annoying. Yeah. Yeah, they'll take that. Okay. We'll play this, and then... I think we'll play this. Pump up the Pegasus, get him for some damage this turn. Then we'll just stay on team aggression here. Oh. Oh, no. I think we met our match. I'm not sure that we can punch through this. I mean, I can cast these 2. But my opponent definitely has the life gain thing going on. And I can't attack as long as that Patrician is stonewalling me. Also, I'm stuck on mana. I can't cast my Pteranodon. And they stole my 1 good removal card, which I need to get rid of that Patrician. Or the Vessel. Probably the Patrician, though. I think it's a stronger card. Yep. I mean, they're going to gain life, but there's no reason not to block. You're just getting 1 life. Sure. Yep, Mana Screw. Mana Screw will do it every time. I can attack with the Charger. I think I will. It'll just be that. They'll probably trade it for the Archery and Cecil. Yeah. And maybe they have a card that will revive it, but I'm kind of stuck right now, so... If they get the 5/5 demon, then they get the 5/5 demon. Alright, I think I willingly double block this Gale Sweeper. Hope that they don't have a trick. I'm not sure it's worth wasting a trick on a Concordia Pegasus. But I guess they decided it's worth wasting a trick on a Concordia Pegasus. I mean, it is a 2-for-1. My opponent got there, and I've almost just given up on on getting there. My opponent's all in the air. I'm just on the ground. They decided not to. I guess they were playing chicken now, but oof, this is really bad. It's about as bad can be. for me. Yeah, there's no blocking. They're gonna win the race in the air. They still have cards. I have a card that I can't play. I'm not gonna be able to punch through that Enforcer. Oh, okay, we got this. Alright. Go, Chorister, go. We'll go with the Chorister. If they block, I pump it. If they don't, I'm just gonna cast the Pteranodon. Actually, is this race might be good enough here. They're gonna start tapping it down next turn. That's life sometimes. Oh, nope, they got me with removal. Ooh. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be beating this team anytime soon. I started with less cards, I got mana screwed. I fell into a couple of their traps here. Drowsing Pteranodon's not going to do much against a trio of flyers. They stole my one removal spell. I mean, what am I doing? I'm just dying, right? Am I going to go 0-3 with this? I really hope not. No attacks. I don't have any surprises for them at all. I don't know if there's anything in my deck that's going to get me out of this. Yeah, that's also really good. Yep. I get one more turn. I mean, that is a thing. It's gonna save me. No, it's not. I'm still gonna lose no matter what, right? Let's say I block that and I take 3 from these flyers. I block that, I take 4 from these flyers. Yeah, I lost. Alright. Good game. Good game. There's no way around this one. Well, climbing back down the the track here. I was hoping to get platinum, but I definitely didn't. But I did get both of my quests, so I'm just gonna open my mastery pack for the night, and I'll be back tomorrow to finish this off. This is the pack that I got here, and these are all my choices. I really like this Spore Web Spider as a defensive creature, but I don't think green is trying to be defensive in any of its situations, so I think the correct pick is either the Garruk's Uprising for the 4-power grid or the Obsessive Stitcher. And personally, I'm inclined to take the Garruk's Uprising or the Spore Web Spider, just because it's a single color, it does commit me to 2. But with the Obsessive Stitcher and the Rise Again potentially coming back, this might actually be the correct pick. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I went 0-2. Who knows if I'm going to be able to keep this deck going any further, but we'll find out tomorrow when I continue with it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or learned something from it or liked it for any reason, hit the like button, hit subscribe for more of these streams or other videos that I might make. This is Refresh. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.